look at the Flats in Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. The Buckeyes headed for the ball, and we're ready for action. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Georgia Tech's offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. And we get our first look at Colton Joseph. He is a portal addition from Old Dominion. We're expecting a masterclass in quarterback play as these two get set to square off. There he goes! And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Joseph. Out wide right, it's Shaw. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Hand it to the back. Plows through the defense. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. And the Yellow Jackets are flying down the field. Joseph on the play action. It's dropped after taking the hit. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Trying to establish the run. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Taken down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Throwing Joseph. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage, and I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's exactly what you want as a coach. You want to drive the ball down the field and get some form of points to create some momentum for your squad to start the season. How about the kicker? 1 for 1 in the year. He's perfect.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Buckeyes offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Going to be interesting to see how they use him throughout this game because this linebacking crew can be exploited. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Play fake, say it. Unleashes one. Right side, it's Smith. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Left side is Young. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Quick give. It's Jackson. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Sayin. He's got it. At the 35, he's loose. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Jackson. Breaks into the open. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. Say it. Fires to the end zone. Looking for the goal line. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. With the run on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph. Rushes on. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Making his first move. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. On the run, it's Jackson. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Throwing, say it. Out wide left, it's Smith. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Oh, what a cut! He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Sayin on the play action. Unloads to the wideout. Comes down, it's Young. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to pass, it's Sayin. They're all over him. Trying to get away. Gets the slide, got the first down with his feet. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Running the red zone, it's Jackson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 3 on first down, it's 2nd and 7. They'll run him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Works the middle of the field, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On the stop.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket and forcing him to step up into the teeth of your rush.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jackson. Pass to 6. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Here's Sayin to throw. Got a man, it's Young. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. It's inside, it's Hawkins. Runs through the tackle. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. A shot toward the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throw.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Makes the grab. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Joseph. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the move, it's Jackson. He's past the marker. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Running game got it done on the last play, now it's 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. To the ground, he's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. Zayn. Moving out to the right. The throw. Out wide right, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the 1st half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Crosses the 40. Might have a chance. The 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Throwing Joseph. Left side is Addison. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. Absolutely center cut.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Right side, it's Jackson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. To the air, it's Sayin. He wants to take the top off. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like...
He lets one fly deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly, push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
Finds his man on the RPO. Got room at the 35. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll ride him again. Turning it on! Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because they give it to him. He's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff.
Switch it. Here we go. 95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge. Go.
Joseph. With the catch, it's all. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Whip it out to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Motion from the back. From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph. Got a man in the middle. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Got his start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Slips through the line. He's run out of bounds, but gets the ball across the 50 to the 49. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Got it in the middle, it's Young. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Buckeyes, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Say it. Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Running inside, it's Jackson. Got the first down. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Looking for a productive play on first down. Right back to the well. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Follows his blocks, it's Jackson. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Falls at the 26, it's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He's got it, first down and more. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Throwing, say it. Out wide right, it's Smith. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. They just keep firing. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throwing catch. He's changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Sayet. Touchdown, Buckeye! Quick strike through the air for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Throwing Joseph. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here's Sayin to throw. Fires to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. They'll send the back in motion. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Now on 1st down from the 28. Sells the run, looking to pass. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Knocked down immediately.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on 4th down. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got an open man. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert to 4th down, and it paid off. And the Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Simon. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. 3rd and long right here. To the air. It's Hill. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Incomplete, and that. Turnover on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get...
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback changing the play. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Defense all over him.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game. But
touchdown Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. From the gun, it's Simon. There he goes. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Darnold. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Moving the pocket, it's Hill. Got a man, it's Simon. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. Has to throw it away on 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1, fighting off the defender. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against